everyone, I just got my copy of Ancient Civilizations of the Middle East, a game from GMT and designed by Christopher Vorder, Bruegge, and Mark McLaughlin, and developed by Fred Schachter. Doesn't list a artist on the front, but let's see if on the back there are some more credits. Let's see here. Rules editing by Kai Jensen, art director Roger B. McGowan, and graphic design and layout Mark Mahaffey, and production coordinator Tony Curtis. So a lot of people involved with the game, and we're just going to open up and see what's in the box. Check it out. This is a game for 2 to 7 player. That plays in 2 to 7 hours for 1 to 6 players. It has a level 3 complexity and a level 9 or highest solitaire suitability. So let's open it up. And actually, I think I'm going to switch over here to a close-up, and we'll see if we can go ahead and see everything there as we get it out of the box. Yeah, there we go. All right. So again, there is the box cover. There's that. It's kind of a follow-up, but you don't have to have played the Ancient Civilizations of the Near East to play this one. They're a little bit different in how they play, from what I understand. I've just watched a little bit. Excited to check this one out as it plays solo, and I'll probably be setting that up for myself soon. So here's the rule book. Nice, thick GMT rule book, of course. Introduction, game overview, and what's different from Ancient Civilizations of the Inner Sea. Sorry, that's what I meant to say before. Ancient Civilizations of the Inner Sea kind of had that turquoise cover and was about the Mediterranean seas and civilizations and so forth. But we have Barbarians, Camp and City, Civilization, Competition Card, Control, the game board, of course. And then we're going to get into some different things. Victory point track, miscellaneous, the cards. On the cards, it says there are 2 types of cards in the game, Fate and Deity cards. Fate cards have a number or a code in the left hand, and then it explains that here. And then there's some flavor, and then there is name of the card. There is a text, which tells you what the card does, and a little legend. Some cards contain italicized instructions for the player as to what happens to the card after it's been played if it's not discarded. And then finally, an ID number will be down in the middle of the card. So some of that. Here's the deity cards, which are going to be a little bit different. They're going to have similar types of information like a code, flavor, name, text, legend, and ID number. Wooden bits, cubes, and cylinders. All right. I'm not going to go through this whole rule book right now, but just taking a look at some of it. Babylon, discs for growth, treasury, and Sac City loot. Basic setup for games and scenarios. Basic 2-player setup. Basic 3-player, 4-player, 5-player, and 6-player setup. Stacking. Throughout the game, there are limits to how many discs belong to a single faction. Can stack in an area. White discs, stronghold, which are gray, and 3 other types. Do not count towards stacking limits. And then it explains that. Retirement step, acquisition step. So it basically walks you through how to play the game. It's not a terribly difficult game if it's similar to Ancient Civilizations of the Inner Sea, which is pretty easy to get into. It's just longer in terms of how many things you do. And we have all of that laid out here. Gilgamesh step. All right. Inventory, fate card notes. There's prophets, breeder of stallions, mercenaries, desert, leave us, royal roads, and monotheism. Playing your role as a royal conduit to the gods or disasters are not player-controlled smart weapons, but the wrath of their god. So there's different ways to play. You can make it very warlike. You can make it a lot more friendly, sandboxy, from what I understand. And then the playbook with table of contents. So it has an intro. Let's go ahead and go through this. 1, 2. Default setup, scenarios, map size, map options, team play, and then some different ones. Sargon the First. First cities at war with 2 civilizations. Line of Judah 3, Sea Peoples 3, Fire in the East 3, Balance of Power 3, Agamemnon 4, Fire on the Steppes 4, King of the Four Corners of the World 4, Cyrus the Great and the Rise of Persia 4, Empires on Horseback 5, Darius and the Great Rebellion 5, Successors 5, and Solitaire Scenarios, which I am looking forward to. And then it talks about those set up and how to play and non-player character choices and card play with solitaire rules here in the back and solitaire competition. NPC disc placement, Mina card draw and VPs, hostility, lots of good information back here. There's this one, Alexander the Great, conquer or defend the Persian Empire as a solitaire or 2-player historical scenario with some special rules. And then Rostam, a solitaire 2-player legendary scenario. Bonus game setups. Here comes the Romans. Mithridates the Great. Rome versus Parthia. Growth phase. Reckoning phase. So it goes through all that. All that. I'm not going to necessarily cover all that, but there you can go. Nice illustrations, full color, real history behind the game from the game developer. Looks like there's a video you can watch. The Bronze Age collapse video at this link. Okay. And then a bunch of selected bibliography things here in the back. Okay, great, wonderful. Let's get into that. What's in the actual game box here? All right, we're going to have some different civilizations. And sorry, Egypt, Babylon, Assyria, Akkad, Sumer, Elam, Chaldea, Hittites, Scythians, Medes and Persians, Cimmerians, Indus Valley, Dravidians, Harapians, and Morians, the Sea People, Alashia, the Greeks, Israelites, Mitanni, with noble archers, cool, and Urartu in Armenia. Very cool. All right, so that's all there. Looks like we have some stickers for the blocks. And these say monotheism, father of the gods, earth mother goddess, god of war, god of peace, god of the dead, god of the forge, and god of the skies. So this row down here is spares. And cultural development track sheet here, that's single-sided. Civilization abilities, double-sided, with deity abilities on the back there. So nice cheat sheet. Solitaire player aid, wonderful. With the NPC disc placement priority there. And sequence of play. There's probably a few of these, a couple of these at least. 3 of those, okay. And on the back they have change of epoch table. Back there. Okay, cool. Very cool. And oh, there we go. We have more. I just couldn't grab them all. We have 6. Good. Okay, so there are 6 of those. Yep, 6 of those. And I'm going to switch back to my other view here because we're now getting to that point where we're going to actually have more to get out here, and that is all right, this giant map. Okay.
Let's take a look at this big map here. Alright, let's see. I gotta do this without ripping my board up. This is a big board. Okay, sorry. Alright, here we go.
Big board, but not too big. I've seen bigger. That's okay. Alright, so it's a good size board, but not completely unwieldy. So it's 8-panel board. Fits in the GMT box nicely. Not too big, not too unwieldy. That's nice. We have everything from Libyan Desert and Western Desert over here. Mapped by Mark Mahaffey. I'm trying to read what it says up here. It says icons by Daniil Paulshan. Okay, so we have some icons too, and it's kind of a curved world here, if you can see that. So we have Thrace and Ilium, Lydia up here. Up here, I know that's underneath my camera, but I'll show you. We have Masagatans and the RLC, North Sakians, Sakans, Sagdiana here, Kresmians, Eth Scythians, West Scythia, Krasmia, Northeast Caspian Sea, Northwest Caspian. So lots of divisions on the map. Arakosia, Mohenjo-Daro, Gedrosia, Maka, Prakania, South Drongiana, North Drongiana, Aria, Parthia, Udians, Arabian Sea, Lower Gulf. And then we have this VP track down here, epochs, turn track, civilization, turn order. Yeah, lots of things. So as you can see, the center of our map really is about this area, Egypt, of course, and Persia, the Perses down here, Armenia, the Caucasus up here, Hattusha, and Thrace over there. So lots of things going on this map. Lots of cool things. Looking forward to seeing more from this map. We will carefully put that one away. Good map. I like it. Nice board. All right, let's go back to our Zoom here, and we can check out some cards. Let's check it out. There is the bag. I'll just get that out. All wooden pieces, but hopefully you can. I'm just going to pull out those 8 blocks real quick here. 1, 2. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 blocks for that, and then we have some other blocks for other things. There we go. Probably for the players, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the player colors are interesting. They're kind of purple, tan, light blue, green, red, and orange-ish. Yeah. Green, red, orange. Okay, that's the player colors. And then we have our cylinders, of course, and all that. Some pawns in there, cubes, lots of bits. Just a ton of bits. I'm going to clean that up in a minute. But right now, let's take a look at some cards. All right. So let's look at the fate cards first. I'm not going to go over all these, but I'll just show you a few. And they're typical GMT quality cards. Nothing special, but not the worst, but not my favorite. All right, so we got Master Scribe there, Great Person Goldsmith, Assassin. Here, I'll read this one. This one is play in response to a Great Person card, negate that card and discard it. So that's what the Assassin does. Philosopher King, Grand Astrologer, Singer of Songs, Sorcerer, Soothsayer. Okay. Civilization effective must remove 1 disc of its color, not white disc or stronghold cube. The Prophet. This was one of my favorite ones that they showed off before. Negate any religion card other than handwriting on the wall, or exchange your civilization's deity for one that has not yet been established. All right. Seductress, Diplomat, Siege Master, Eyes of the King, Great Captain, Mercenary General, Corruptor, Dancer of the Seven Veils, Breeder of Stallions, Giver of Laws, Master Armorer, Warrior King, Trader, Maker of Deals, Queen of Sheba, Money Changer, Necromancer, Prophetess, High Priest, Rabble Rouser, False Prophet. Okay, so those are all the Great People cards. And that's a type of Fate card. There you can see the Fate cards. There are more Fate cards. We'll look at those. Armored Infantry. I'll just read this one. I'm not going to read them all, but add 1 white disc to every area in which your civilization is engaged in competition. Okay, siege engines, shield bearers, improved bow, light chariots, heavy chariots, war machines, mercenaries, desert. That's one that needed a clarification, I guess. Eagles of the Sea. Place 1 white disc in each up to 3 contested sea areas. And trade fleets. Place 1 disc in up to each 3 sea areas. Let's look at that one there real quick. Okay, I just like the art on that one. Barbarian trade. Sea route to Ophir, to Tarshish from the east. Desert caravans. Shipwrecked. East wind rains, sink into the sea, trading house, trade embargo, wharves and bridges, canals and qanats, local trade flourishes. All right, so a lot of these have biblical things on them. I guess all these do too. Interesting. So those interested in Bible stuff, this will be interesting to you because this has all biblical flavor text, which is interesting. Okay. And let's see what we have here. We have our deity cards. Okay, first, but let's come back to those. I will go over the deity cards. Those are deity cards. These are more fake cards. These ones are green. These ones are black, green and black, and they're mixed. Oh, here's some red ones. And then let's come back to some. Okay, so let me read these. We have advanced agriculture, improved irrigation, coinage, new salt mines open, grain storehouses, tomb raiders, sunken city. What is the biblical reference? I will give thee the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places. And then the effect is place 1 disc in any vacant sea area, gain 2 mina and 1 VP. All right, interesting. Covet the neighbor, plague of locusts, corruption, nepotism, earthquake, biblical earthquake, mountain of gold, oasis, fishing grounds, famine and pestilence, coastal flooding, river overflows, 40 days and 40 nights, biblical plague, civil disorder, rebellion, tax revolt, civil war, dynastic crisis, vassal changes loyalty, barbarian raiders, barbarian migration, pirates. What's the biblical reference there? And David inquired at the Lord, saying, shall I pursue after this troop? Shall I overtake them? And he answered him, pursue, for thou shalt surely overtake them, and without fail recover all. Okay, all right. Pirates, remove all discs from up to 3 adjacent sea areas, then place 1 barbarian disc in each of those areas. Okay. Corsairs, raiders from the sea, royal roads, religion card heresy, blasphemy, religious zeal, forsaken by God, God demands a sacrifice, handwriting on the wall, and monotheism. All right, interesting. Interesting. Okay. And let's look at these deities real quick. We have deity, Father of the Gods. At the start of the turn order reset step, your civilization may choose its place in the turn order by exchanging place with another civilization. Its marker may not be moved by any other civilization for any reason. All right, Father of the Gods. Earth Mother Goddess, God of War, God of Peace, God of the Dead, God of the Forge, and God of the Skies. All right, so that's the deity cards there. And finally, we have these fate cards that I didn't go over yet. Must play immediately, let my people go. These are all immediately. Time marches on. Hordes from the north. Eastern powers attack. Invaders from the sea and mountain tribes descend. Finally, desert raiders. Breath of God. This card cannot be negated. All civilizations discard their hands. Reshuffle the discard pile into the draw deck. Each civilization draws 4 cards. Do not draw a replacement for this card. If drawn during the deal or card draw phase, that phase ends now. Set it aside after playing. Shuffle back in the draw deck at the end of the epoch. So this will happen maybe more than once. All right, interesting. All right, those are interesting fate cards. So this will be a little bit different, and it seems like the rules are a little bit more straightforward with a lot of different scenarios to try out. That is the game, though. It has a lot that I'm gonna have to get sorted into different ways. So I'm ready to play, but I'm looking forward to it. Ancient Civilizations of the Middle East by Christopher Vorder, Bruegge, and Mark McLaughlin, and published by GMT Games. Thanks for watching. Happy gaming. I'll catch you later.